What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's talk about, our favorite subjects: silver, gold, and cryptocurrencies. Again, we've been focusing on silver a lot due to the fact that it's been in the news a whole lot lately. Okay, so we're going to talk about that because I want you to listen to what the experts are saying about this silver squeeze movement. Okay, nice. They're dirty and beat up. Morgan dollars. I mean, I like them in better shape. I collect them, but they're way better looking than this. Anyways, you can get these over there at Money Metals. They have them there. They're available. These are the Morgan dollars. You guys know, if you're thinking about buying precious metals, go check out our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down in the description. If you're a first-time buyer here in the United States and Puerto Rico, and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free half ounce of silver. You guys know I got Pimpy's Investment Chat over here on Facebook, same name as the YouTube channel. Over here we do talk about gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come join us, it's free. And this is LBRY, it's just like YouTube, without all the censoring, of course. I encourage you guys to come and check us out. So the links for both these are over there down below in the description. Speaking of Money Metals, I got to give them a shout out. Why is that, Pimpy? Because guess what? Investopedia.com names Money Metals best overall precious metals dealer. That's right. Not surprised at all. Not surprised. This is why I teamed up with one of the greatest, well, I should say the greatest retailer out there. So I'm very happy to see this. This is not surprising to me. They are phenomenal. And they've been outstanding for all of my subscribers. And I'm very grateful for my working relationship with Money Metals. So congratulations to Stefan and family out there and all the workers at Money Metals. Please send my congratulations. I surely do appreciate them. And I know a lot of my subscribers do as well. So Money Metals Exchange, a precious metals dealer with more than 250,000 customers. I'm pretty sure I'm about 150 of those. No, just kidding. Has just been named the best overall dealer in the United States by Investopedia, a top authority in world's investment industry. So these are the big dogs. That's right, the big dogs giving out the award to the other big dogs. So again, round of applause, and congratulations to Money Metals. This is much deserving, I can tell you that. So speaking of Money Metals over here, you guys, they do have silver back in stock, but they've lowered their minimum. So they went from 250 down to 100, as you can understand why. People are literally draining the inventory everywhere. And the fact that Money Metals has some is outstanding, and I highly recommend you go ahead and get some now. So they removed some of the restrictions on your purchases of buying silver. All right. Let's get into the market. Let me update this. Got to refresh it just a little bit. And no surprise to me, a huge run on Bitcoin still. I wonder why that is, Pimpy. Well, there's a couple of things because you're seeing everything going to positive on the market, including gold and silver, but cryptocurrencies, of course. And the reason for that is the stimulus check. That's right. Every time there's an announcement about a stimulus check, prices seem to go up because, a lot of people start running and investing into these things. Again, you've seen here, Ethereum made it to an all-time high. Close behind it, Bitcoin's trying to get up there. And of course, the two polka dots, they got new highs as well. Again, they seem to be running side by side with Ethereum. So very interesting. But the overall percentage, so far nobody could beat Ethereum as far as performance over the past year. Okay? So let's see what else. Litecoin up to 5. Is that right? You guys made up to 185. Okay, so back up to 156. Good lordy. I remember, I think it was $24 when I was telling everybody to jump on this. So yeah, not too bad. XLM still moving. Not too bad. You can still get these coins. Look at that. Woo. Dogecoin. Anyways, if you want to buy some cryptocurrencies, you guys, there is a link down below in the description. If you follow it, it will take you to a platform where you could buy cryptocurrencies on there. Just following a link gives you $10. Once you're signed into it, you have an opportunity to scroll down and earn free cryptocurrencies, all right? So go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Also, one of the metals, I know I've been asked to talk about this before, but I kind of just blow it off. But one of the ones people should really be keeping an eye on is copper. Now, besides silver, the next most used metal is copper on these solar panels. So as we move into the Green New Deal, you're going to start seeing copper really move. Okay. Now, the cool thing about copper is you could buy a crap load of it really cheap. For a pound over here on Amazon, you can get these bars. Look at that, $20.95. So I grab like 5-10 pounds at a time and hold on to them, right? So copper is, I think when I first talked about copper, and then I haven't spoken about it since, it's stupid me. But I think when I was first talking about copper, you could pick up copper for like, I don't know, I think it was like 147, 148. I remember somewhere, that's how cheap it was. Now it's like it's $5, and I think that's at least $5. So it's getting up there in value, but yeah, it's look, there you could get a lot with a very little money. So somebody asked me before, what do you think the cutoff is for you? I said most likely at about 100 pounds, because it does take up a lot of space. I get in this ones right here, these flats or these bricks, but these are easier to store. They're not as big as you think, but they're still a pound. But these little squares here, yeah, about 100 of these. I don't know, maybe I'll get up to 500, just stop there, see what happens. But with the Green New Deal, and you're seeing a lot of copper and metal being used. Even on Money Metals, you can buy them in copper rounds. See, these are called rounds. So when you're here, you can go over to other. Here's copper right here. Just go to copper rounds. And you'll see the different ones. Oh, the Trump's still available? Good. Look at that, per ounce, $1.99. Okay, but let's see here. Yeah, the other ones are all sold out. Yeah, it doesn't take very much to get them sold out. Here's the Buffalo Heads are really popular, especially in gold right now. Buffalo Heads, everybody wants Buffalo Heads. I don't think they've been able to find any right now. Let's just take a quick look. Yeah, I do love the Roos, by the way, and the Kookaburras. Do they got some copperheads here? Nope. I mean, copperheads, the Buffalo Heads. Look at that's a beautiful sucker right there, man. It's a quarter ounce. But anyways, yeah, I told somebody I would talk about the copper, and I said it, and then I never did it. So with everything going on with the Green New Deal, you can understand why people know that this short squeeze is real. It just, when they announced it, see, here's how the dominoes, here's how the stars, I should say, lined up. Okay. So when GameStop stock, and Reddit went after GameStop stock, try saying that 10 times real quick, especially after you had 4 glasses of wine. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, GameStop stock, okay? So when word got out that they were doing this, and they actually started seeing the price jump up on the stock, it brought a ton of awareness everywhere around the world. It did. And then what made it so cool is they said the next thing they were going to do was a silver squeeze. Now, there's been a lot of conflict inside the group. People saying, no, we never said that. Stick to GameStop. The other ones are saying, no, do the silver one. Either way, it doesn't matter. Whatever people, once people saw that, and they had already seen what they did to GameStop, people start flooding to silver. Thank God. There is already a scarcity. And now they're saying in the news, oh, nothing to see here. It's already passed. No, it's not. And some of the things they're taking into consideration is the Green New Deal. That's going to be shoved down our throats. And they need a lot of copper and a lot of silver. So right now you could buy copper super, super cheap. Just put in there copper bullion like this. Do your search. And it'll bring them up. Okay. But like I said, actually not on Amazon. Sheesh, let me take that back. I forgot. My bad. Sorry, there are Money Metals. Copper, here you go, over here. So they have it here. Whoop. Okay, so let's see what they got here. They got 1 ounce ones. That's really, well, they don't have the big ones. Is that right, Stephen? You guys don't got the big ones. Anyways, a copper bullion at the low price should be. Okay, so they got the rounds down here and the bars a little bit. But, if you want to buy them in bulk, let me recommend that you, you go to Amazon, all right? And look, you can buy them by the pound. Just throwing it out there. Somebody else might find something cheaper. Or you could go through, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, like $20 per pound. I don't want to break the bank. Go buy some. You seen how cheap they are. I mean, they're like $1.99 per ounce coin. You can buy several hundred of those. Anyways, copper is the other metal, in my opinion, if you look at what's going on with the Green New Deal, okay? So people keep saying, again, the squeeze is over, the squeeze is over. This guy right here is going to talk a little bit about what's going on because people are jumping both into the ETFs, stocks, and that's the paper silver. And other ones are buying physical. In my opinion, you should buy the physical because the more we remove off of what's available, the better we have, the most likely it would affect the value of silver overall. Now let's listen to this gentleman here. This is give a shout out to LBRY Research. I will leave a link to this video here. I recommend you give him a chance. I feel embarrassed because I've listened to this lady several times. I think her name is Cheryl. I might be wrong, but she's awesome. So I recommend her channel as well. But these are the experts that I go to. I listen to what they have to say because I rather listen to people who's in the precious metals industry instead of some banker or Wall Street idiot trying to tell us something. So let's listen to what they have to say about what happened during the squeeze and where we stand now with silver.
Speaking about sourcing, okay, so for you, the silver squeeze is real.
Oh yeah, and okay. Just to start.
Just to start,
many are thinking, okay, it's over. Silver had its run up. We saw what it did to silver miners, but the next day we're back down.
Yeah, but the physical demand is still out there.
Right.
Yep.
And try to buy any silver in size or even small quantities is not available. And now what they're doing, they push the price down again by selling paper silver.
Paper
so
silver.
The paper shorts is increasing. But the lower the price goes, the more physical demand there is out there. So the problem hasn't been solved. Right. They just try to scare the market.
Scare the market. See what he's saying? I told you guys. So what they look at is they do these things, drop the price, they scare amateurs, speculators. That's what they're hoping to do. Except for, like I said, people are more educated. I mean, even beginners who are starting to buy precious metals as an investment. Right, even they're starting to get a little hip to some of the, big things to pay attention to. In other words, when the price drops, don't sell, don't panic. Buy on the dip, so your cost average, okay, so you could lower the amount of money as far as your overall average if you buy on the dip. But like he said, he said, is the squeeze over? He's like, no, it's just beginning. That they try to push down. He said, when the demand increased and was at its highest, all of a sudden the value of silver was pushed down. Why would it go down if the demand is increasing? Does that make sense? They don't have the supply. Not at all. You just heard what he said.
When you're saying they're scaring the market, is it the banks? Is it the hedge funds? Who are you talking about?
It's the bullion banks. Who have been working as a cartel for decades because gold and silver are the anti-dollar. The dollar used to be backed by gold. But, in August 71, President Nixon, he closed the gold window. So since 1971, gold and silver are the enemy of the dollar.
Yep.
And of course, the US wants to support the dollar system for as long as possible. So if they let silver and gold go much higher, that's a huge risk for the dollar system. And since Corona, the money printing has started to become so insane. Over 25% of all dollars created were created in the last 12 months.
Wow.
More and more people are starting to begin.
What that does is the more you put out there of dollars, the more it weakens its value. Think about supply and demand and saturating the market. How are they going to support the number of dollars they have out there? How about the revaluation of gold or silver?
To understand what's the problem in this system, and especially the younger generation, the Reddits, they are getting the message now, and they are spreading the message.
Yep.
So I don't have
YouTube
to do
as
it
well
anymore. There's the younger generation who takes over.
So I want to talk about the SLV, okay? Because the SLV Silver Trust ETF climbed 7%, its highest level since July.
Share.
and it notched a high not seen in, you know, close to 8 years. So I've been getting a lot of emails where people are saying, okay, SLV, you know, on fire here. But why hasn't that moved the price of silver to, you know, at least $35, $40 an ounce? You know, where are they getting the supply for silver? You know, are they getting the supply of silver? I guess
that's the big question. That's the
question, right?
But most people think that the pricing mechanism for a metal is the physical supply and demand. That's not true. The physical trade is only 1 or 2% of the trade. Most of the trade is done on futures market. That's the paper selling. So
when you first hear that, it sounds confusing. Listen, what he's saying is the value that you see on the market. People think that's the value of the physical gold and silver. He's saying no. It's only like 2% of what the value is reflecting on the market right here. So when I first heard that, I was like, what is he trying to, I thought he was trying to say something totally different. But see this, he's saying this is only 2% of the value is reflected in the market value. This is all paper is what it is. Okay. It does not reflect the true value of gold and silver. I told you the true value of gold and silver is way higher.
If you sell enough silver on paper, you can bring the price down. That's what just happened.
Because it looks saturated. The market looks saturated.
The SLV needs to source its metal.
Yep.
And there's another great ETF. That's the Sprott ETF, the PSLV.
Listen to what he's saying about this.
And the PSLV, if you study the history, it has been quite clear, and Eric Sprott has been very vocal about this, that it could take months for them to get enough silver delivered. I think within the SLV, some tricks are being played because the amount of silver they need to fund now, it's physically almost impossible
yeah.
to get that many extra ounces of silver with.
So again, what these platforms are doing are selling paper ounces of gold and silver, but they also need physical gold and silver to cover their asses, because if people start taking physical possession and they don't have it, then what happens is they're forced to go out and buy the amount of silver that they're short. That means they have to pay a higher price than it really is. And the longer people hold on to their silver, the higher they drive up the value of silver.
Within a short time frame. So you see all kinds of leasing constructions, and I don't know the technical details, but this game can't go on much longer.
Nope.
So, Willem, let me ask you, because you're an investor in silver and gold. Do you only buy physical silver then? Would you not touch paper silver?
I'm sitting here in our office. I'm the fund manager of the Commodity Discovery Fund. Here we invest in silver equities. That's 10% of our portfolio. We also invest in gold equities and other commodities. I'm also a private investor, and I had a bullion web shop years ago. I sold a bullion web shop, so I know the thing about the physical business. Privately, I'm still an investor. I buy physical gold and silver and store it because I know the prices, especially for silver, will have to rise significantly. Just like what happened with the palladium price.
So you heard what he said. The silver price is going to have to rise significantly. That's why I'm telling you, don't believe the news, because some of you were sending me articles going, hey, it said this thing is over. Of course they're going to tell you that. The news is... We had freaking Jimmy Kimmel come on air and say this was all caused by the Russians. The sad part is there's people out there that will believe him. They really would. Of course, there's a lot of excitement, right? Did you notice how this happened hand in hand? Did you guys notice this? I know you did. As soon as the stock market went crazy after the Reddit people drove up the value of the stock for GameStop, it was all over the news. And then all of a sudden they said, we're targeting silver. and then silver started to go up, and then magically, like somebody pulled a wand out of their butt and waved it around. They got pixie dust with unicorns coming out of it. The value of, sorry, I was trying to keep going without laughing. The value of cryptocurrencies magically all started going up. I keep telling you this, and I'm sincere about this. I'm not a huge fan of cryptocurrencies, but I do believe there's a window of opportunity in which you can make money off of it, and I think we're in that window. I think we're between now and July is that window. I might change my mind as I go along, but there's a reason why I chose July. But the one crypto that I have a lot of faith in is Ethereum. Out of all the other cryptocurrencies for the past year, nobody has had more returns, percentage growth. I know you guys see the overall money saying, oh, look at Bitcoin's worth 39,500 and Ethereum's only worth 1,680. No. I try to get you guys out of this habit. Okay? See, the change here is by dollars. That means by dollars. This has increased 1,293. This has gone down $36. Okay? That's what this means. Change. Percentage is what we want to look at. Okay? Just like here, Cardano, it's up 20%. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Dogecoin is up 27%. XLM is up 9%. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Who has the most growth? That's how you know. The higher the percentage, the more the growth. And again, if you guys want to buy cryptocurrencies, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and follow it. It'll take you to the platform where you can buy cryptocurrencies. Of course, it's exciting right now. But this isn't for people who have, especially the 2 polka dots are doing phenomenal. So if you have heart problems, I'm telling you, don't want to invest in cryptocurrencies because it'll make you have a heart attack. It'll go up $3,000 one day, drop down $12,000 the next, and $12,000 the next. You're like, oh my God, I lost everything. It'll jump up 17 the next day. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating, but it's something similar to that. So you have to have a strong heart. Okay, but this squeeze on silver is not done by a long shot. Nobody believes that. There are a couple of people sending me articles, and again, I'm telling you, that's not the case. Don't fall for it, okay? Anyways, one last time, congratulations, everybody. Give them a clap. Congratulations to Money Metals Exchange, again, for being chosen as the metals dealer. The top dogs by Investopia. All right, that's it for now, man. If you would, please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it, and I'll catch you later.